Hafa day, good morning everyone, and we're following developing story here at the Department of Public Works compound where I'm showing you here behind me. These are all the employees that are have been told since 8 o'clock this morning to evacuate the facility, leave their office space, take nothing, and just walk outside and stay outside until further instruction is given. We were told from the Department of Public Works Management that the Guam Police Department's Mandana Drug Task Force has gone onto the property here. We saw their drug dogs doing a sweep here, and DPW management, they tell me that this all followed a tip that they had received. Pretty much they didn't disclose what the specifics of that tip was, but it was enough for them to warrant a call over to the Guam Police Department, the Chief of Police J.I. Cruz, to intervene and have his Mandana Drug Task Force come in. And this is the DPW compound. You could see there the Guam Police Department's Mandana Drug Task Force conducting a drug sweep here on the DPW compound. It's unclear exactly, again, what the details of that tip that led authorities here. All we could say is that DPW management confirmed is that they received a tip that warranted the Mandana Drug Task Force to come out here and conduct this sweep this morning. This all happening around 8 o'clock this morning here at the DPW compound in Upper Tumon. You'll see dozens of the employees just sitting around outside of their offices. Many of them still unclear themselves. When I was asking them on the way in as to what's going on, they just said they've been told since 8 o'clock this morning that they had to walk outside of their from their office, or that they couldn't go into their offices as the DPW went onto the compound. And so this all starting at 8 o'clock this morning. Again, that's all DPW employees outside, and inside the compound behind the fence that's closed off right now, where they have their DPW, the buses here, a lot of the government vehicles that they work on here at Public Works in this lot. And that's where we see the GPD's Mandana Drug Task Force carrying out that drug sweep, that apparent drug sweep that we're told was all prompted after a tip was given to management here at the Department of Public Works. Now, I did ask the Department of Public Works Management whether they can confirm any other details of that intel that they received, whether it had to do specifically with a certain type of drugs on an employee or here on the compound, but however, they could not disclose that at the time. You see a lot of the officers here with the Mandana Drug Task Force just walking around the grounds. They've been here for nearly an hour now, is what we're told from employees and staff who were told that they had to leave their offices or could not go into their office space until DPW completed their operations this morning. And I reached out to the Guam Police Department at the time, but according to GPD spokesperson Captain Kim Santos, she is not. She could not confirm anything at this time, and so that, of course, is what we were waiting for. She's supposed to get back to us with some information, hopefully soon. But when I showed up to the property, I'll give you another look here at the front, the entrance to the DPW complex. I saw buses. I saw when I came onto the property, buses coming into the DPW compound here, and where they would rather go into this fence area here to park or to get service, they were turned around and told to go to that adjacent parking lot here behind me and wait there until further assistance. Again, you'll see a lot of the employees upstairs as well as down here and all along the curbside and around in the parking lot, just waiting it out, waiting to find out when they can return to work, when they can return to their office space. At this time, they too tell me, at least those that I spoke with, said that they are unaware of exactly what's happening here. But it's clear to see that the Guam Police Department is on site. The Guam Police Department's Mandana Drug Task Force called in at the request of management here at the Department of Public Works, calling the Chief of Police, J.I. Cruz, to intervene and assist after they received intel that warranted this sweep here this morning. This all starting at 8 o'clock here at the Department of Public Works compound in Upper Tumon. Not further details as to what intel they might have received or what they may be looking for have not yet been released. And we do want to remind you that it was just over the last week the Mandana Drug Task Force has really beefed up their operations, carrying out a search warrant over at a home in Agate that resulted in an arrest there after they found drugs on a man that they tried to pull over in the Asin area. They found drugs in his car there. They found drugs in his home, a large amount of drugs and cash. And the same happened when they arrested 2 men from Malesu days later. So definitely we've seen at least a growing trend of officers with the Mandana Drug Task Force carrying out their search warrants and conducting these sweeps. Good morning, guys. So again, if you're just joining us, we're following developing news over at the Department of Public Works compound in Upper Tumon. This all starting around 8 o'clock this morning. The Guam Police Department's Mandana Drug Task Force swarming onto the DPW compound here in Upper Tumon. Again, just around 8 o'clock this morning after a call was made by DPW management to Chief of Police J.I. Cruz to intervene after management up here received intel. Unclear as to how long ago they received that intel, but I'm sure it wasn't too far back when they asked the Guam Police Department to intervene, look into the situation of the intel that they received that warranted the Mandana Drug Task Force. So it's clear to see what they could be looking for with that specific task force in mind. But again, that drug sweep all happening this morning here at the DPW compound in Upper Tumon, starting at 8 o'clock this morning, at least for nearly an hour now. Employees were told to leave their offices or told that they could not go to their offices because the Guam Police Department is on scene, the Mandana Drug Task Force conducting their operation here in Upper Tumon this morning. Several of those employees, dozens of those employees rather, just sitting around in the parking lot outside. Several buses there in the background. The drivers told that they could not enter onto the compound as well. While GPD's drug task force, the Mandana Drug Task Force, carries out this operation. So again, we will continue to follow this story. The crux of it all is GPD's Mandana Drug Task Force is conducting a drug sweep at the Department of Public Works compound starting at 8 o'clock this morning after management here received intel warranting this sweep. As to what the details of that is has yet to be released, and whether there's any fine or any arrest that could be made, that has yet to be seen as well. But we of course will keep you updated on all our social media platforms on KUAM.com, as well as tonight we'll have the story on KUAM Primetime. For now, for Guam's News Network, Guahusina Delgado.